We're back, the Lions Den podcast, episode 8, and we are here. Obviously, we had a little international break, which is still going on, but we are very excited because Liga MX returns this weekend, which means Leon returns and plays this weekend. I was so sad, guys. Last weekend, I was like, there is no soccer. What am I going to do with my life? Like, Leon's not playing. What am I going to do with myself? So, I'm very, very stoked that Liga MX returns this weekend. Obviously, we'll talk about Leon, anything that's come up in the news with Leon. We'll have our JJ Macias segment as always, and kind of preview the game versus Juarez. But first, we're going to go ahead and dig into the international duties of our Fieras and also our foreign players, which we had a lot of them go to their respected team to play international friendlies. But first, let's just go ahead and introduce Carlos and Jose. Hey guys,
Hello,
how are
guys.
you?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Uh,
Welcome to another new episode.
yeah, feeling a little empty this weekend as well, just like Gary. But it was a good game on Friday by Mexico. That gave me a lot of excitement. And then we also saw the U22 game with Macias and Godinez. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I try to keep busy, but it's not as exciting as watching a Leon game.
yeah, no. I mean, even though Leon didn't have that friendly, but it's not the same, right, Jose?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it was. There was a bunch of youngsters. It was only Mena, Sosa, Ramos, Mosquera. Who else? That's.
I think those are it.
I mean, from the starters anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was Jarbroad and Herrera. I think Ramiro.
Ramiro.
Ramiro's kind of like he's somewhere in between
Yeah. Hey, at
in
least he didn't
right
mess
now.
up his game though.
Jose's opinion, because he has some issues with Ramiro, but we'll definitely dig into that friendly a little bit as Carlos and Jose did watch that match. We're missing Javier. Javier is looking for a seabed to connect with us, so we'll add him as soon as he finds somewhere to jump in the conversation. So let's get started with the Mexico versus USA game. Mexico winning 3-0, which was fantastic. Goals by Chicharito, Guti, and Uriel Antuna. The Mexico lineup was Orozco, Jorge Sanchez, Diego Reyes, question mark, huge question mark for me. We'll talk about that. Hector Moreno,
Same.
Gallardo, Charlie, HH Guardado, Piojo Alvarado, Tecate, and Chicharito. Obviously, a lineup, guys, that um, we didn't know if it was going to be as strong for this opponent or we're going to be waiting into Argentina. So I think after we
Yeah.
saw the lineup, we are thinking strong lineup versus Argentina.
hmm
Um, but yeah, so give me your guys' thoughts about the Mexico game. It's just anything.
Just I think it was maybe one of the best games we've played. Position for position, we're very deep. The only question mark, obviously, as you pointed out, was Diego Reyes,
hmm
who wasn't having a great game. He did mess up here and there,
Mhm.
but everyone else, I mean, incredible games. Crazy game. Tecatito, obviously, with that crazy play on the
Fantastic
right wing.
assist. Yeah.
Chicharito just playing his butt off.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to show everybody that he's still the man,
I was surprised.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, just position by position, everyone did really well. And I don't think this is our best team.
Yeah.
I think this is our second string.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Because as soon as Chucky came in, I mean, it's a whole different team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully the lineup that comes out against Argentina is probably, I think, in my opinion, going to be the first squad.
Yeah. The
What do you
top
think, Jose?
all stars.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like for a minute, I was worried because he didn't really come out with any uh like d- defensive, like actual defensive fielder.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so I thought that was gonna hurt us, but in the end, it actually didn't. I don't know. It's I think it has to do with this UST not being, because they definitely didn't have some players too. So I think that had to do with it too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I haven't seen Mexico being so dominant since the U.S. in a while. Like they were in this last game. Like we could have easily at least score five instead of 3-0.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah,
They
I
were
agree.
out there playing like Leon, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I was talking to a Tom during the game, and I was like, I really want to get Leon to play against an international team. Like that's how much I want to see how the matchup is. Like
We already
obviously,
did.
right? And you know why I say that? Because that play, obviously. Okay, let's start with the beginning. Cherito with that play. Obviously, we saw how Cherito started that play. His whole
Hmm.
involvement in that play was really clever. Carlos had mentioned Tecatito, amazing play of assist, down to the box, centers it, Cherito de cabeza. Does that
Yeah.
remind you of something that Leon has done before?
Oh yeah.
Because Leon has done that multiple times throughout their success season last year and throughout this season. It's something that when I saw it, I was like, I've seen this before in Leon. It's such a familiar play, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I mean, just the precision with the passes, the stylish play, players rotating from positions like Chicharito, where he like drops and then next thing you know he's in the box. Just all of that just reminds you of Leon.
Of
And
Leon. Yeah.
yeah,
That
I think
play,
I
I was just
tweeted it
like,
during the game too. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful
That
play.
yeah,
you're
that play
like,
was created by
that's
him
what's
too.
Yeah,
similar.
He created
um,
that play. He because he kept dropping back and
yeah.
passing.
yeah, awesome. Yeah, and then
So
the counterattacks as well. I mean, in the league, when you see Leon on a counterattack, you're like, okay, like we're a force. We're probably gonna score. You guys can't stop us.
yeah.
And when Chucky Lozano came in, give him the ball, he just like totally leaves the guy in the dust, and then
First thing
goal.
he did.
Yeah, it's the very first thing he did, right?
It was
Left that
brilliant.
guy in the dust and goal. I think I was listening to a podcast by
Hmm.
American Soccer yesterday
Mhm.
on YouTube because I had nothing to do, and they were talking about how it took like 12 seconds from when they cleared the ball, it got to Chucky, and the ball was in the goal on the other side. 12 seconds. So it took 12 seconds to do that counterattack.
Insane.
Yeah.
And I think, especially like you said, I was amazed by that counterattack because obviously, se quedó atrás. And his vision of seeing, okay, Antuna's making the run over there,
Yeah.
precise pass. And
Yeah.
if he didn't finish that correctly, it would have made me mad.
Yeah. Like
Like,
yeah. Exactly. Like and just like I was so desperate because I was like pass it. He's open. Like and then like he passed it like right
Yeah.
as the defender is approaching him. I was like, no, don't take it away from him. Like,
Right on
yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
yeah, right on time.
Yeah.
Second goal by Eric Gutierrez, which he was fresh off the bench. Very easy tap in. I
Yep.
mean, fantastic. And then and then the tricky goal. We have some comments. Let's see. Chango Loco said Reyes
Yeah.
trash,
I I
and
agree.
even Daddy plays better than Reyes. I mean, yes, I do play better than him.
Yeah.
That pull me in. And we have Licho said hello.
Hello, Alicia.
Hello. Welcome to the
Hello,
podcast.
Licho.
But yeah, I think defensively, Reyes was just the weakest link. He's always a liability, in my opinion, and I think we saw that.
Yeah, even when he has playing time, he's a liability. To be honest, he's like I don't want to compare him, but he's like or Mosquera in seleccion. Like he's like
Yeah.
sometimes.
I don't know,
So
Jose. I don't know if that's a good comparison because
That's what I
even
yeah,
meant. That's what I meant. I not to disrespect Mosquera. So
that's
because
disrespectful to
because
Mosquera.
that
because
is very disrespectful.
because Mosquera does come true. I don't know about
Yeah.
Reyes, but
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So who would
Um,
you guys put in his position? If you guys were Tata, who would you put instead of Diego Reyes?
I'll put honestly I would want Hector Moreno and Nestor Araujo there instead of them.
Oh, okay. That's a good
I
In
one.
my
think
opinion,
Araujo
But
was.
I think he's saving Araujo for Argentina, right?
I hope
Araujo
so.
is
I would think so.
Because
I'm really
I
interested to
don't
see
want
who he
Reyes
lines
starting
up.
there.
yeah. Because I
No,
think
and
yeah. Go for it.
Um, and I saw this tweet. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet. If is there a clause where they have to put Diego Reyes because
Oh
he
yeah, I saw.
hasn't played?
Yeah.
Is there?
Well, well, that thing that everyone knows. I don't know if that's still a thing, even though he's not America. That America controls the seleccion. So
Hmm.
I don't know
I
because
mean,
and now like Tigres, even though they're not America, they do have probably some say up
yeah,
there. Maybe I don't know.
probably.
And
This is
see,
just me saying. I don't even know any of it. So
I
we'll
would just think that that would be the kind of guy to get pushed around because obviously he's come out to say various things that not many other coaches have had the guts to say and have
yeah.
repercussions come
Hmm.
after it. So that has like the whole marketing and the whole like I don't want to. He's blank, said it out in conferences. Which if it was any other coach, they would already be cutting his head off.
Yep.
Um, let's see if we can add Javier.
Oh,
The
I
audio
think it's
sounds
ready. It's
pretty
Yeah,
ready.
bad.
It's ready.
yeah. Let's message him to fix the audio. But I think to me one of my favorites was Charlie. I think obviously to me he looks very very at peace. Like he looks like a veteran out in the field.
He
I don't know what you
does.
guys think.
He does, and I think I forgot where I heard this, but it was very interesting to note that Charlie has taken over Jonathan Gonzalez's role because
Yeah.
Jonathan Gonzalez was promised a position in the selección by Osorio, right? Which is
Hmm.
why he made that transfer from US to Mexico.
Well,
And he hasn't gotten that opportunity yet. I think he's in the U22s, but
yeah, and even then, even in the U22, he's not even a starter.
yeah, so
But
he
honestly,
was
guys, do you
uh
think do you think Jonathan is like a player that has to start? Because to me, I think they overhyped him.
Not right now.
no,
Not
not
right
right
now.
now. Not right now. I would choose Charlie over him.
He's a good option, but not right now.
Yeah. I mean, he's young, right? He's under 22, so there's
Yeah.
still a lot of time in front of him to develop. But right now,
Yeah.
Charlie's way ahead of him,
Oh
in my
yeah,
opinion.
by far,
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
1,000x miles in front.
yeah.
Well, so we've been through this before. Who do you think it's gonna? I mean, I already know who is in my mind, but who do you think it's gonna take Guardado's place after he's gone?
Um, good question. Wow. I mean, we have a couple of options right now, right?
Because
There's
Eric Gutierrez hasn't, like, some people were saying, oh, it's Eric Gutierrez before.
well,
Now,
well,
not no, he hasn't really made that position either.
right, but we have seen Eric Gutierrez improve a lot in Europe because last season he wasn't getting any play time at PSV, and
Mhm.
this season he's been starting. Well, now he broke his hand, so he's probably not going to be starting anymore. But he's been starting every single game this season for PSV.
Mhm.
Whereas last season he didn't get like literally any playing time. So I do see him like surging for that position, but I think it'll be a battle between Charlie and
That's why I think it's gonna take it.
I
Charlie.
think I think
Hmm.
Charlie. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
really think so. Unless some other youngsters just I don't know where it comes up and
right.
Yeah.
he's like another
Yeah.
Charlie. But
Yeah. But
um
you never know. It's like 2 years can happen and something like there's a baja de juego or
Yeah,
something. But I mean, right now, at least that's what I see.
I don't see Guti as a bad choice. I just think if it came to Guti or Charlie, I'd go Charlie because I think Guti still needs something. Like
hmm,
I love Guti, pero como que no me convence 100% to
hmm.
be a starter at the World Cup.
Do you guys think that the fact that Guti plays in Europe might give him the upper hand?
Mm,
Because isn't that how we always treat the people in
Yes,
selección? Like
yeah.
we always
yes.
prefer the Europeos, right?
Because that's what I think happens with Diego Reyes. Oh, he's played in this team, this team, this team,
Yeah,
this team, Selección Mayor.
Mhm.
And
yeah,
I don't think we're being completely fair,
hmm,
you
Mhm.
know?
yeah,
I just have so much frustration versus I don't understand Reyes. Someone please call me and tell me what Diego Reyes has that I'm not seeing. Because clearly he deserves to get a call up. He deserves to start on the game. And it's just I don't know. I don't think there's fairness into that.
yeah.
Mhm. There
La
should
mano
be other
negra.
players that should get a call instead of him.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, we didn't really see any action by Navarrito or Chapito, right? I think Navarro
Yeah,
only had
well,
like
Navarro had
4
Navarro had
minutes.
a
something. Yeah,
he had
some
a
late
couple,
cameo.
Yeah, and then
but
Chapito had an issue with like his
The
jersey
number.
number.
Yeah, because the squad number on, I guess, on the list it was different, so they couldn't like that. Like he goes and then the referee's like, no, you can't come in because like it's you have the number 11, but yet on the list it's number 10, so you can't come in.
Wow, that
they
sucks.
have
So yeah, so
one job.
they were even trying to like paste the number, and the referee was like, no, can't do that. And then Chapito
Mexicans,
was
only
just like,
Mexicans would do that.
yeah, and then Chapito was just laughing. He was like, he was just
Yeah,
laughing. So
yeah,
he just thought it was hilarious.
it's pretty laughable.
Yeah,
I
It
wanted
is.
Chapito to come in and score a nice goal, you know?
like he's
I think that's
done
what we
lately.
expected. And I think Carlos said someone needs to get fired for that,
For
that
Yeah,
error.
real. Seriously, how do you
It
make that
shouldn't be
mistake?
I
happening.
mean, at least it was a friendly, but imagine if that happened in an official game.
Yeah, that would have
Oh
sucked.
That's
no.
pretty bad.
Yep.
That would be insanely bad. Um I don't know about you guys, but what did you guys think about Jorge Sanchez with the Gatito? Because I really enjoyed their connection on the
Yeah,
right end.
that's
Yeah.
pretty much like what it is for us. I mean, I think for Navarro and like Mena
Hmm.
in that
Right.
part. Like, so I think he's making a pretty strong case for the that position. So,
Yep.
like, I don't know about you guys, but do you guys have a started on right back like right now?
No, it
Because
was used
I
to
think
be.
like yeah, I think anyone can probably
Yeah, it
be.
used to be Paul Aguilar, right? But like, he just kind of like got dusted off, brushed
Yeah,
off, you know.
Yeah. And
Um,
yeah,
he wasn't bad, but
no,
but yeah, I mean, Jorge
but
Sanchez was really good.
yeah,
Like,
mhm.
he was a standout player, to be honest. And
hmm
I think it was
I
he
was
got,
surprised.
yeah, he got written off for the Gold Cup, right? So we didn't get to see him there.
Yeah.
Hmm
So now we get to see him, and he had incredible game with Tecatito on that right
And
side.
It was
the
very,
last
very fun.
the last time did he play on the left? You guys remember? Because I think they gave him some playing time.
Did
Because
he?
doesn't he usually play as left back in America?
Uh, I don't know.
Do you know,
Maybe.
Kari?
Do we have any
I'm
America fans in the chat?
my Eagle friends are MIA today because they're always seeing if we talk about America because they know they're my what's it called least favorite team. Um, that's a good yeah. I
Let me
I
see.
I
I'll let you
rarely
guys know.
watch America unless they're losing. Then I'll watch America. Like it's like the whole Barcelona thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I tried to be a little bit more objective, but yeah, just like you, I yeah, I don't like them either.
we didn't see Pizarro sadly because he had to get surgery.
Oh, that sucks.
That
Yeah,
sucks.
And
Um,
appendicitis.
yeah, that's
yeah,
Ooh.
I was hoping to see him too, like because I mean, for Monterrey, he hasn't been good, but for some reason, when he comes to la selección, I don't know, like a switch just like turns
Hmm.
on, and he's a different player.
yeah,
Yep.
very different player. Obviously because even if it was a eternal rival match, Mexico versus USA, their 70th time clashing. There wasn't really much buzz around it. Obviously, we just played them in the Gold Cup final.
Hmm
So I guess the only buzz you'd say would be Chucky Lozano versus Pulisic, which to me it was like Chucky Lozano and Pulisic.
I mean, Pulisic is a great player,
To be
but
He
fair,
is, but
I don't
not
know.
like
to
not
be
Chucky
fair,
I
he
just
standard.
feel,
yeah. I mean,
I
to be
just
fair,
feel like
he was
he's
just
not.
along in the
Yeah, I
field.
just feel like he's not surrounded by
Yeah,
great players like Chucky is. Like he's
Yeah,
playing with a bunch of like
morons.
plumbers. People from like Sunday League.
ouch.
No
I don't know,
offense
man.
if anybody is listening who
Yeah,
is
no offense. But I mean, I
um
think if you put him on a good team, he
mhm.
would shine. He would stand out.
I I like Pulisic. I saw in his early days in Borussia Dortmund. I really appreciate the youngster. I think when his move to Chelsea was a bit over priced, in my opinion.
Really?
I don't think he's worth that amount.
Mm.
I
But
think
you know
I
how
don't.
the market is nowadays.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that's the thing because even Ronaldo came out saying like, imagine me and in this market, like he'd be worth way more than what these youngsters are worth now.
Hmm.
hmm
Well, I mean,
Um,
he is like 20 years old, isn't he? So there's more money in a young player who's developing than there is in
yes,
like an
yeah.
older, experienced player.
hmm
true. But I guess he was
That's
saying
why.
back in the days,
Yeah,
like
he made
Oh,
like when back when he started,
back when he
gotcha.
started, like
when
obviously
he was,
the amounts were totally different.
Hmm.
Now it's like any player is worth 80 mil
hmm
if you
Yep.
look at it that way. Um, and what does Chango Loco say? America who? Yes, exactly.
Ooh,
But
shots fired.
shots being
Sorry,
fired by our peoples.
sorry.
In the end, Mexico winning 3-0. Fantastic game, well rounded. Lots of players had really good games. Orozco stopped a penalty by a huge error from Diego Reyes. There we go.
Yeah.
Um,
hmm
okay. Anything you guys want to add to this match?
Uh, we did hear about Navarro starting tomorrow's game, right? I sent you guys the tweet, but
Yeah,
apparently it's
I
not going to
saw
happen.
that. I don't see. I was excited until I was hearing a lot of different rumored lineups for
Yeah,
the Argentina game, and I was like, "Well, there goes Navarro."
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We'll see. Hopefully he'll get some playing time with Chapito as well.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Jose, do you want to add anything to this match?
Mm, I mean, nothing else. I mean, it's just it's always exciting beating the USA friendly or not. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
always an enjoyable game when it's against a rival. Um, okay, moving on to Soup 22, Mexico versus Japan. I don't know why I said it like that. Mexico versus Japón. Sorry, guys, it's Monday. I'm out of it a little bit. Our Fieras, JJ Macias, and Godinez had some action. What can you guys tell me about these two Fieras in the Soup 22?
Did you watch it? Did
I
anybody watch
watched
it?
some of it. I watched some
Yeah.
I
of
was
it.
at
So
work.
I do know that JJ was a little bit better, but he wasn't really like on target.
Yeah.
And then Godinez was just not like he tried, but
Hmm.
he didn't really pose any threat to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think overall Mexico was just better than Japan throughout the game.
Yeah.
I was watching it here and there, but I mostly had it in the background.
hmm
So I was listening to it, and yeah, I did hear a few times like Macias with the chance, and oh, it goes wide. So
Yeah.
Macias did seem to have a couple of chances. I didn't really hear much about Godinez though. Um, Macias did play the 90 minutes, right? 90 minutes.
Yeah. They both did, I think.
Okay, yeah, well deserved. I mean, Macias deserves it. He's the
hmm
top scorer in the league, so you got to put him out there for 90 minutes.
Yeah. It's just a shame he couldn't score because I think the next one is Cimarrones. I
Okay.
want to say. So yeah. So
Okay.
it's definitely not nothing compared to like the Japan national team. So
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
Um,
Yeah, I wish it would have been very cool if he could have scored versus Japan, but it didn't
Hmm.
happen.
He's like, I only do it against the big players, not these younger
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
exactly.
It would have served as a statement to Tata Martino, be like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm scoring over here, and I should be up there, not here.
yeah.
Well, I think he came out saying that I love his mind because obviously the rest of the world will keep talking and like us like he should be on the first team, but I think honestly let's enjoy his development, and I think we will see him with the first team. It's just a matter of time. If
Yeah,
Yep.
Tata and say, you know what, it's not your time yet, then JJ will happily work with the Su 22 and until it's his time to move up to the big one. So
Right.
that's activity 0-0. JJ Macias and Godinez had activity. Let's talk about our foreigners with their respective team. Joel Cambo, Costa Rica, Jair Moreno and William Tecillo with Colombia, Pedro Aquino with Peru, and Joan Meneses with Chile. Which I don't understand why Meneses. They don't put Meneses. They don't play him.
Ask Reynaldo Reda why.
I
Ask the
saw
guy
Jose. You
why.
were like fuming on Twitter, like, why is Meneses not starting or
Yeah,
not
did you guys
I,
subbing?
watch the
I was
game?
I was yes, I did, and I was mad. Like I was watching every single player go in, but he wouldn't put Meneses. Like
Mm-hmm.
why? Like dude, give the guy some minutes. Give him a minute for God's sake.
Yeah,
But I
I
mean,
don't know,
what does he have to do? Like, are you telling me what's his name?
man.
This guy from the place in Juarez. Are you telling me he's better than Meneses? Like, come on, he's playing for Juarez.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, right?
No. Is he a left winger as well?
He's yeah, he's a left winger. He's actually on loan Juarez on Pachuca.
Okay.
He used to play at Pachuca. Here, I'll tell you is that I don't know. I
We'll
just
see
mad
him
that
this weekend.
Meneses didn't play.
Jose
Huh?
was so frustrated.
I said we'll see
Yeah,
him this weekend, right?
yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah.
they'll leave home with a 3-0 defeat at least.
Yeah.
At least the minimum. That's what we would
Yeah,
accept.
someone has to pay my anger. Let it be Juarez.
Right.
um, Joel Cambo had activity with Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
I
did.
think he came out at 68. So he had a good 68 minutes in there.
Okay.
I think
Good.
they lost. Costa Rica lost. Was it 2-1
Yeah,
to
2
Uruguay?
1. 2-1
Yeah.
versus Uruguay. But, all the stuff that's going around Costa Rica, so
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Our ex domador was bored, which I
Which,
tend to laugh about it because he's so blunt. He's just
yes,
like,
yeah. I mean,
Do you guys?
that was no the reason why. Like, come on.
no,
Yeah.
he
That,
had
I was
like
gonna
a joke
say.
lined up.
Like,
Like,
it was, like, I never seen you know,
It's
someone
like,
lying the worst way possible. Like this, it was so bad that you already knew that he was gonna come to a Liga MX team.
hmm
It was so clear.
Yeah. It's like
I
he
thought
just
it was
wanted to get pushed out by saying that. Like
like,
I'm leaving, and then like
It's like,
he wanted everyone to
hey
hate
guys,
him while he was leaving. You know.
yeah,
I'm
I don't know.
leaving. Now let me go now, or I'll tell them because it was boring. All right, I'm gonna go out there and talk to the microphones. I left because it's boring. Like, yeah,
Boring the
Ah.
national team is boring, really? Oh man, like
Yeah.
give me that job then, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
But we'll see him soon in a couple of weeks, right? I think it's
I'm
next month
excited.
when we play them, and we play them in
I'm
Yeah,
Leon
excited.
too.
It
I
would be.
mean,
Oh, can you imagine the fans just like, I
yeah.
believe they even had called the Avenida Gustavo Matosas instead of.
See, see, I see some people that like him, but I also see a lot of people that they're like, I mean, they're thankful to him, but
Hmm,
like they all say he's a
traitor.
mercenario, pretty much.
Mm,
Yeah, because
Um,
yeah.
he just like, and it's been I think it's been like this since he left us for America, and he just been from team to team to team to team. Like the last team, I think he just lasted like a couple of weeks and he was gone. And I think
he didn't last that long.
yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
our
know.
good friend in company said, just got off the phone with Big Guardiola. He said, I strive to reach the level of Martial. There you go.
Nice.
Um, and Chango
Yeah,
Loco said, uh, Matias making San Luis campeón.
really.
Or San- that,
Matosa, right?
yeah. I'm actually,
Mm,
Yeah,
it,
sorry, I don't think that's gonna.
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it's
that's
gonna
gonna
happen,
happen.
but I think the direction that they're going with Matosas in San Luis is interesting because San Luis has been playing some uninteresting, uninspiring football.
Right.
So
They're
I'm
what,
like,
16th in the standings?
they're 16th. They don't. It's not a team that you turn on the TV. Oh, San Luis is playing. No, If they're
Yeah.
not giving you like, oh my god, they play good. Like I watch Veracruz play. People can criticize me like, Cari, why are you watching Veracruz? Veracruz is pretty interesting. It's just it sucks the situation they're in, obviously, but they do have some great ideas. It's just
Hmm.
obviously it falls through. But I think Matosas definitely will give an interesting, take on this team. I don't think they'll become campeones because that's where we come in. But I was gonna tell you guys, in an interview I saw with Matosa, I don't know how long ago, but obviously he has a great love with Leon, and he
Right.
said even his children, like they came up to him, they're like, "We are hinchas de Leon," like you know,
Right. Wow. Okay.
bleed green. So I was like, and that made me smile when I saw it. I was like, there you go.
That's
Um,
crazy.
let's see. Pedro Aquino, guys, had activity with Peru.
He did. He came in as a sub, right?
Mm-hmm.
He
Second
should be
half.
starting.
From what I heard, he did a pretty good job, and I think there were even some that like I think whoever started on his role, like they were saying like why is he starting? He should
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I was telling my friend, who's a Peruvian,
Hmm.
and so I was telling him like, "Hey, man, I wish Pedro Aquino played like this when he plays with Leon."
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
'Cause he's just a beast in
It's a
selección for some
different.
reason.
Yeah.
Like, he just has that extra like spark or something.
yeah, I,
Yeah.
I I think if we can compare him to someone, we can compare him maybe to like Pizarro, like at club
Right.
level, he's like just
Yep.
except for like in Liguilla, like in like last season,
Hmm.
but like usually he's not very, you know,
Hmm.
he's just another player, and then he comes to selección, and all of a sudden very
Yeah.
different.
Yep.
So I
Very.
think it's like a similar case, but for him, it's unfortunately for us, he's better for Peru than for Leon.
Yeah. That's how it is sometimes with some players. They have to obviously like I don't know what it is with him in this past couple games, but I hope it changes. Um,
That's all
Jairo
right.
Moreno,
We have.
go
We
I
on.
have,
was gonna say that's all right. We have
we have
El
Ivan
Jefecito coming up,
Oh, I just feel
finally.
100% secure with him. Like,
which we'll
no,
talk about later when we talk about the Rayados game. He wasn't that great, but I'll tell you guys in a bit what I saw.
okay. Um, Jairo Moreno and William Tecillo activity with Colombia.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jaido
Tecillo
came in for like garbage minutes.
Yeah, and then
take garbage
uh,
because literally, like, you can't really take much of
well,
those.
hey, at
Ooh,
least Jairo came in, and
yeah,
SS didn't come in at all.
right.
Yeah, that's true. That
And that
is
was
true.
his debut, right? It was his first time. His very
Yeah,
first time, yeah, playing with
I'm so
Colombia. That's good.
happy. Okay, well, that sums up our foreigners from Leon with their respective teams. We're going to quickly move on to the little JJ Macia segment that we have every single episode now because we have to keep up and see what's going on. It's always something. And I'm going to call this segment JJ Macia's Plan Rescate JJ. So I'm going to read out a quote by Amaury Vergara, which made me really mad.
Oh
And
man.
oh yeah, that quote.
yeah, so no lo veo en ningún otro equipo, si no es en Europa. Eso es. What do you mean? I can't read my whole handwriting. Eso es definitivo. Si León compra para mantenerlo en México, no va a haber un acuerdo porque lo queremos de vuelta. That just makes him want to be the hero. Like,
Yeah.
¿para qué prestas a JJ? That's your biggest regret in the history of, I think, of the club at this point because
Hmm.
you decide to, loan him out, but yet, you
Now you
know,
want him back.
now you
Hmm.
want him back. Now you see the success. Now you see the opportunity that you gave him, that we gave him, and now you want him back. Like, no.
Question: like, can he actually do that? Like, it's on his contract, right? Like, there's a
I think,
like a value nothing on his contract. So,
yeah. Whatever the contract says, man, you got to stick to it.
but
Exactly.
like, but then again, we're talking about
Chivas, right?
fucking no, not Chivas. Like, I don't want to like say this, but like we're talking about like Mexico. I don't know how something funny can go here or
Uh
there,
huh.
or
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
Conspiracies.
Yes, exactly.
it's just
Yeah.
Like
you know
it's not always like with everything with the well, they say the Pato Caballeros is gone, but it's kind
mhm.
of just
It's low key still so
yeah,
going on. Like I don't believe
yeah.
it. La Federación has a lot of corruption.
That's that,
We see
It
it.
is.
that's what I mean. Like and like if it was another country, I'd be like, no, dude, like it's on his contract.
Yeah.
You put
Hmm.
a badge option. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you want him back? Maybe you shouldn't have put a badge option. But that's why I'm like kind of like I don't know. Like I don't know if we're good or do we have to worry about something actually happening and he going back there.
Yeah. I mean,
I,
it's bad enough that the price tag is set to 15 million. Now you're
Yeah,
threatening not to negotiate a deal
exactly,
if he stays in Mexico, and that doesn't make sense to me.
exactly. Like,
Like,
what do you care? You put the budget option right there. Like, come
yeah,
on,
exactly.
I think they're desperately trying to
cash
mend the
in.
relationship, just in
They
case. Just in
yeah.
case Leon doesn't buy him, they want to mend that relationship, and they're gonna pay him a lot of money because he's an icon. The whole league talks about him,
Yeah.
So they know they can cash in with this guy if they put the right pieces around him. He's a goleador. He's the next face of El Tri.
Mhm.
Well,
Well, next to like a couple of other players.
no, but no. What I mean by that is like with the environment, even if they put the players, whatever. I mean, the environment that Chivas is in, even whatever players you put in there, I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's just I don't know.
Think so?
I kind of agree with it, Jose, because JJ and Leon's system works.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if even if it's just like dropping JJ with the squad that they do have, if it's
Yeah, exactly. It's
Mm-hmm.
that
it's
that's
it's
an interesting point because it's not just like the player.
mhm,
You need your people to back you up. Also,
exactly.
you need like a Mena. You need a Chapo. Like
Yep.
you need a Meneses. You need those type of players. If Chivas doesn't have those type of players, it's gonna be really difficult for JJ to do it all on his own. He's not gonna carry the team on his back go and him do everything. I don't think
Good point.
Exactly. I mean,
it's a good point.
and it's especially for Chivas is more harder to get those type of players because you know that every other team it's gonna if they want the like really good Mexican player, they're not gonna send them for cheap. They're gonna
Right.
ask in but exactly what they asked for Macias, like 50 million for each one. Do you think that they're gonna be able to afford each one of those?
Yeah.
Like
It's gonna be difficult.
like Chivas is doing bad right now, very bad financially. So
Yeah. If I were Chivas, I would just take the money and go.
right, they
Take the
need it.
money. Yeah. Maybe even some players because right? Didn't we hear that Pachuca was willing to let go of like Eric Gutierrez? Yeah, and then maybe some other assets, and then a little bit of cash in order to get Macias.
Like that.
So
Like I remember some of the guys from Chivas del Norte when were saying that they're like, oh, well, it's okay, you can take him. We'll take Eric Aguirre and who else is it? Okay.
I
Yeah,
remember
like
the other, but they were
yeah,
Guzman,
fine with
do they want Guzman back?
yeah.
Because
So
Guzman came out of Victor Guzman. He came out of
oh
Chivas,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I
right.
think it might have been Victor Guzman.
So suddenly they want him back now too.
Yeah,
I
exactly. What a thing, right? Like he came out of Chivas and
Yeah,
he pretty much it's like a similar case to like JJ Macias. He's he came out of the Chivas youth system, but yet he actually began to be successful at Leon, another team, not in Chivas.
would you
And I
guys
think
make that
it's
move?
mm,
Would you guys
mm,
send back? Would you guys send Aguirre and Guzman to Chivas?
like if I was
think
like Pachuca, you mean?
Yeah, if you were Pachuca. I mean, who has a brighter future, Guzman or
Yeah, I
Macias?
mean they have their fuerzas básicas
who
are
Yeah,
you
be
know, but
good.
then yeah, I think they should be fine. I don't know about
Yeah,
you, Kari.
I honestly think they should be fine because Guzman's going up to like 24, 25 now. What's his
yeah.
age?
Yeah,
So,
I think he's 23, 24. He's not old, and I
oh,
really
okay.
enjoy. I really enjoy him. Obviously, he has a lot of um, foreigners in Pachuca that kind of add more to that attack, but I think we can see it from both. Like Carlos said, I think Amaury at this point is trying to convince JJ that they really would do anything for him and that they want him and all emotionally. And I think that's where it makes me mad because it's like you guys are kind of making us like look like the evil people while
Yeah,
you're the one that
Yeah,
now is trying to amend a broken relationship.
yeah.
Well, Pachuca's president came out saying like, I um talked to his parents and to him, and I said like, we're gonna put you in Europe. Obviously there's a lot of things that fall through. I mean, I don't think it would be a bad idea if he stayed 6 more months after that. Some things have time to work out. Like, I don't know why Amaury's tripping because of that. I don't think he needs to emotionally get invested in
yeah.
JJ's life. And then go on, Carlos.
I was gonna say, why would Almari say that? Like, why would he say, if you're gonna buy him, don't keep him in Mexico? Is that
He's
gonna
listening
make
to
Chivas look bad?
Yeah.
Is that
I
gonna is that like, okay, you guys can keep him, but don't keep him in Mexico because the whole league is gonna say, look what you sold to Leon, look what you did, another
I
error.
think Amaury wants to take the credit. Like, if let's say JJ would have never gone to Leon and he would have stayed at Chivas,
Hmm.
and let's say he would have been successful, and I don't know if he would have sent. I think he would have sent it straight to Europe in his opinion, but I think it's just a different situation. Why? Because you're not the one that I think a lot of things are out of his control, and I think
Hmm.
he's trying to regain some control by pleasing all the two hermanos, saying there's a plan to get JJ back. But like Jose has made a good point, is it gonna work? Is JJ the only solution to all the problems that Chivas has?
No,
No,
it's not.
no,
Chivas,
no.
Chivas, Chivas problems are deeper
Beyond
than that. Yes,
Yeah,
they're
exactly
it's they have problems in every single
aspect of the
place
club.
you can think of. Yeah, like so, it's,
so just
I
take the
don't
money
know.
and run.
And
Yeah,
run, like,
that,
stop
that would
getting
be the smart
emotionally
thing to do.
involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, honestly, guys, I think he regrets Oribe because he only had one shot on goal. Obviously, he sees the comparison, JJ, Wowie, the one that got away at this point, and Oribe, and it's looking like, what the did we do? And I'm
Yeah.
glad they had that moment, and I'm glad that it's in Leon, and I'm glad that JJ is falling in love with Leon, and I'm glad that he'll look back and say, Leon gave me the opportunity, and I
Hmm.
showed out, and they made me who I started to become. Obviously, it goes back to Fuerzas, but who gave you the opportunity? Anatram Breeze, let this
Yeah,
youngster start and make his career there.
Yeah. Hopefully, in the future, next year, 2 years from now, we'll be proud in Leon of having a youngster in Europe
yeah.
succeeding. You know.
The first,
I need a
the first
jersey.
ever Dunces to be exported from Leon, even if it wasn't from the Fuerzas Básicas.
Yeah.
He
Right.
will be the first one. And
Okay.
And
actually, even the first player, I don't think we have exported a player except for Rafa Marquez. He doesn't really count.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Rafita doesn't count.
yeah,
but
so
we said that's a great trampoline for his restart of his career again.
Yeah.
Because he came back to Mexico, no one wanted him, not even Atlas. Then
yeah,
what do we say? Come here, Rafa.
come
We
over
got
here.
you. Yeah, we got you. And look what happened. Like, fantastic.
Yeah,
Um,
I was very surprised to be honest. Like I wasn't expecting anything from Rafa because I remember seeing in when he was at Rebels,
mhm.
and no, he looked,
Oh okay.
yeah, he looked, I don't know.
Didn't he
I,
say? Didn't he come out saying that he regretted playing in MLS?
yeah, he did. He said
Yeah.
that he should have never made that
Yeah.
move.
Should have
That's
gone straight to Leon.
Yeah, he came to a great place. Obviously, we've been we always get emotional when we come to the JJ segment because we try and fight off all the haters that
Yeah.
are around the JJ possible exportation to Europe soon. But that ends our JJ Macias segment, quote unquote, Plan Rescate de JJ by Amaury Vergara, which He needs to fix a lot of things. Anyways, okay, so we are gonna quickly preview Leon versus Juarez this weekend, guys. Liga MX returns. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
Um,
Yay.
so, but before
finally.
we preview the actual game, Leon had a friendly versus Monterrey in San Antonio. Lineup, which was very interesting, which we were talking
Mm-hmm.
in our group chat. William, Gabriel, Mosquera, Herrera, and Ramiro, center back duo. Osvaldo Rodriguez, which I'm glad to see him back.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce and El Jefecito, our favorite. Joe Cardona on one wing, Men on the other, and up top, Sosa and Leo Ramos, which I'm excited that Ramos is slowly integrating himself back. That way we have him as another option because I think Godinez is still trying to fit in, and I think Ramos has the upper hand at this current point in time. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, definitely agree.
Yeah, Ramos looked very good on Saturday. I don't know if you guys
Talk to
watched
me,
the game,
Carlos.
but
I did
What
watch some
happened?
of it.
What happened in the
But
game?
yeah,
Jose,
yeah,
what
yeah.
happened, Carlos?
but go ahead.
Uh,
Okay, Carla.
I mean, I'm gonna say the game was mostly dominated by Monterrey. First half, you kind of
Especially,
felt that Monterrey was gonna score first,
hmm
but just on a single play, Mena set it up and Ramos tapped it in. It was a good goal.
yeah,
I think by surprise, nobody expected it.
yeah. Because
Um,
remember how all the Regio comentaristas were like hating on Mena.
oh
'Cause
my god, dude,
They're
the
so
commentating
biased.
was terrible. The commentating was so one-sided. It was like, oh,
I was
Monterrey's gonna
like,
win. Oh,
I was
no
like,
falta mucho for the first
guys, don't
goal.
don't put your don't put your head on your sleep. Like, come on, like I can see you.
Yeah,
It's like the 90s when he
they
always
were
comments on the Monterrey games. It's he's the most biased person ever.
so
Like
biased.
he's
Yeah.
so biased, and it's just
But
oh,
I mean, what can you expect? It's multimedios. It's the home ground for Monterrey and
Monterrey.
Tigres. So
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, so
anyway,
that was
go
the
ahead.
first goal. Tap in by Ramos. He was actually out there like really busting his butt. Like he was
Yeah,
recovering balls. He was running a lot. It almost looked like he never had the injury, in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him come in as a substitute or even start the game against Juarez, because he looked that good.
hmm
Second half completely dominated by Monterrey.
yeah. They got a
Very
lot of players too.
very doubtful penalty called for Monterrey. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was
Yeah.
on Johnson.
hmm
I don't think he touched him. I honestly
hmm
don't think he touched him.
No.
He just missed the ball. You saw the replay, right, Jose?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it was bad. Bad call. And then they
The friendly.
scored. Yeah, and then they scored the second, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, it's he took out Ramos and he put Ivan Ochoa, I think, at the end. So
Hmm.
we were just kind of like holding like in the end like for pretty much.
Yeah,
Uh, it was a while, right? Like he took it off pretty
probably
early in the
like
second half.
yeah, like 60, 70, somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was in the second half sometime.
yeah.
Um,
I think he might be saving him for Juarez.
right. Yeah, he looked really good. He looked really good.
But
The
do
one, the one.
you do you watch? Because I heard some people were uh complaining that they were mistaking Mena for Yes Price. Did he play a good game? Because I heard a
Diaz
lot of
Bryce
people
played a
saying like
good
he
game.
did.
He did. He did. Price played a good game, and he was a midfielder. Normally, he's a winger, right?
Yeah,
Like
Normal
on
plays on.
but
Ambriz's
he's
system.
but they had put him before there. I think like that the other
Really?
coaches. Yeah, the other
Okay.
coaches had put him in a midfield position. Not
Yeah,
not
he
many
had a
times, but sometimes.
Yeah.
he had a good game. I wasn't the only one that noticed. I think I saw other accounts posting on Twitter as well that Price had a really good game.
hmm
Um, but the one that I was going to tell you guys about was El Jefecito, who was um, he looked a little rusty. I think his passes weren't accurate. I think there were like 3 or 4 passes where they were just not on point. They either went out of bounds or just totally missed a player. So I think he's still recovering.
Yeah,
He's not ready to start, but I think you know as time goes on, he'll probably pick up some minutes against Juarez. maybe like 2 more games before he actually gets to start. I would say.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Interesting.
that's the thing I was gonna tell you guys. Do you guys think Pedro Aquino's gonna start? Because I'm pretty sure he might be even playing the other game that Peru's gonna play.
April.
So, and then I don't know. Do you guys know where Peru is playing right now? Like, are they playing in the U.S. or they're playing back in South America?
they're playing in LA against Brazil.
Oh.
So I don't know how
Yeah.
that works. You guys travel, so do you actually feel tired when go
Hmm.
from
Mm,
eh,
Eh.
from
Well, I
yeah.
or
mean, let's see.
or
Tomorrow.
yeah,
It's
so
tomorrow.
When
Tuesday.
would Aquino get back? He'd probably get back what, Wednesday,
Wednesday
Thursday,
night.
Wednesday night probably.
I think they
yeah.
would fly directly from Cali to
LA,
their
LAX, right? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
designated teams.
LAX to Leon probably.
Maybe like Wednesday night.
So you think
Yeah.
he'll be okay to start?
Mm, I don't know if he'll start him. Well, it
That's what
depends on how
that's,
many. I
that's
honestly
what I
think
mean.
I think it depends on how much time he gets tomorrow. If
If
he
he plays like
starts
the
for
full
Peru,
game,
yeah. If he plays the whole game, probably not. But if he comes in as a sub, then he might get the nod with Umbris.
Hmm. That's gonna be the difficult thing too. Like when all then get back, like how are we gonna arrange the lineup? Because like some of them maybe didn't play as much. Like for example,
Yeah.
Meneses I think should be fine.
Right.
He's because I think honestly I hope he does start.
Right.
But like I don't know, like Rela for some reason he's just so hard headed. For some reason he won't give in any game time.
just
Um,
if he's not gonna play him, he's just leave him.
yeah, that's that's
Yeah.
that's what I say. Like I mean, if you're not gonna play him, why call him then? Like
Exactly.
he's just wasting his time over there.
Yeah. I think
Like we
Yaido
need
should
him
be
too.
fine too, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Yaido, he
Yeah,
should
I
be
mean,
okay.
I think they might give him minutes, but I don't think maybe they're the same as last time. Probably
Hmm.
just a couple here and there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but he's 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 con- where did he play? Did you see where he played?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I didn't get to see. Oh, he went in
Because
for didn't he go in for Cuadrado? So that's left wing? Was it
he's a
Cuadrado?
winger for sure, Cuadrado. So I don't know where he's playing now.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, he subbed in for him.
Yeah.
So pretty sure he was a left wing.
Interesting.
So you think it's midfield and like a winger then? Because
Mm,
yeah, I mean, people were like, I don't know if you heard about that, like, but people were like hating on Tecillo. Like he had a really bad game. I
oh
think
right.
Brazil.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
like
saying that both
they were
goals were
blaming. Yeah,
scored
they were blaming him on him.
Don't
because
blame
of
the CEO.
Tecillo.
Blame someone else.
Yeah, they were
I don't
like,
know.
he shouldn't be the left back. Well, probably because he hasn't been playing a left back right now. So not that he doesn't know the position, but after yeah, like it sticks when you play a certain position, and
Hmm.
it probably takes a couple of games to adapt again to the
Hmm.
other position because that's not his natural position either. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I think it'll be interesting to see, like Jose has said, how they come back with their international teams. Obviously, I think a game versus Juarez is not a worrisome game, so I think it'll at least get them to kind of readjust back. And I think this will be a very pivotal point for lots of Liga MX teams because it's a week of break. Either some teams will come back stronger or some teams will just fall. So I hope in our case we will come
Yeah,
back stronger. Our game against Juarez, Leon sitting at seventh on the table, Juarez 16th.
we need to win.
Um, yeah, because we were shocked where Juarez beat Monterrey
Yeah,
before
yeah,
going on
I've,
international, right?
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And I went back, and I think the last game that we played, we only played one game, right, against them. I thought it was two. So it was
Yeah,
the
I think
Copa
it was just one.
MX. It was a tie 0-0, and they won
no,
4-2 and penales.
Right,
right.
Penales.
And Mena, I think, and Montes missed the penalty.
Hmm. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
when we had Landon. Remember? I think Landon made one.
Oh, Landon? No, no, dude. Like Landon was nowhere to be seen in that game. So no, no.
Wasn't he there? I thought he
I
was
Mm,
don't think
there.
He was
I,
in.
I mean, dude, I can tell you the lineup right now, and I'm
I think
pretty
he came in
sure.
as I think he came in as a sub, just because we knew it was going to go into.
Yeah, Landon was definitely not there.
No, okay.
So it was.
Maybe you're mistaking it
I'm
for a
thinking
different.
probably like maybe like a year before or
This
something.
is this is the lineup: Charbot, Navarro, Tecillo, R- Ramiro, Dylan Zúñiga, Montes, Iván Rodríguez, Carlos Guerrero, Walter González, Meneses, and Macías.
Mm.
We should have lost that game. I was so pissed.
That's
I
what I
was
mean.
so.
And then Mena, Chapito Montes, and who else came in? Um, well, he's not really like a goal threat like Vinicius Angulo. Remember him?
Oh, yeah, I remember him.
So I don't know if I can count him in, but I mean I think Campbell came in too. Oh wait, yeah, it was so Chapito was already starting. The one that came in was Mena, Campbell, and Angulo. Like guys, dude,
Hmm.
and we still lost.
We should have won. I was so pissed. I was like, we're going to penalties, and the year before that, Copa Yankees, we lost in penalties too. So I was like, this can't be how we, exit these tournaments.
Yeah,
So we have a little history with Juarez. Juarez's little recap at this point. They lost against Atlas. They lost against Santos. They beat Toluca 2-0, which Toluca didn't start off the tournament at the right on the right foot. Juarez lost to Cruz Azul. They lost to Querétaro. They lost to Puebla, and their latest win versus Monterrey. So, I think it will be an interesting game for us. I think we'll have to kind of come back together and just keep the ball rolling how we know
yeah.
best. Um,
Hmm.
so predictions on the lineup. What are we thinking?
Okay, let's see. Where's my lineup?
I'll let you go first. Go for it.
Go, Jose.
I already have mine set up.
You do?
I do. I was just
Okay.
doing it.
Uh, let's see. So, I think, unfortunately, for Cota, to be honest, I think he's gonna start because I don't think he's gonna get any playing
No,
time.
Mhm.
Mendo's probably going to start tomorrow.
Yeah, so I think if all goes right, I think this should be it. So Cota on goal, left back, I think Jairo probably.
Mhm.
I don't think Tecillo is. I think Tecillo might be tired, so I'm gonna put Herrera there.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm.
Then Ramiro, and I think it depends. Either Mosquera or Navarro, depending. But I think I'm gonna put Mosquera for now.
Okay.
Then, well, I wanna give Chapito some like rest, but like not like we don't know what to do. Where like it's kind of like we need him, so I think I'll
Mhm.
put in there to be honest.
Yep.
So Montes, and then, in my opinion, you, Ivan Rodriguez should start
Okay.
because he needs to get some playing time. So that's the only way for him to get back to where he was at.
Okay.
Then, uh, unfortunately for Meneses, I don't think he's gonna get any playing time. So I think I will start Meneses on left, and then Mena on the right, Sosa, and then Ramos on top. Because I think
So
JJ is gonna be probably tired.
Jay just can't be tired, Jose. He's 19.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know. We'll see.
We'll see though. We'll see. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it just depends how they
I mean,
come back. You know.
Wait.
yeah, I
Wait.
don't.
When is
Yeah, I don't
when?
want him to, like, he's so important to us. Like, I don't want him to get injured.
When does the U22 play the next game?
I gotta see, but I think it's almost back to back. I'll tell you right now.
Is
Just
it this week?
I'm pretty sure, dude.
Okay. Okay. Um.
Go,
Hmm.
Carlos. Your predict
All
the
right. So I'm
lineup.
gonna say, yeah, Cota is gonna be the starting goalkeeper. I don't think he's gonna get minutes with La Selección. I'm gonna start Navarro on right wing because tomorrow's game is really important, and unless we go up like by a large margin, 2 to 3 goals, I don't see Navarro coming in. Um, Mosquera, Ramiro, and Jairo. That's good. That
Okay.
completes my defense, and then I'm gonna put Chapo, and I'm gonna have to agree with Jose on this one. I'm gonna put Ivan Rodriguez as recuperador. And I'm gonna put Mena, Sosa, Meneses, and JJ at the front. JJ, I don't think JJ's gonna be tired, man.
If he
I
isn't,
think,
then look. If he isn't, it's better for me, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
he can keep improving on his goal tally.
yeah,
He
I
can go
think,
back and go back to
Or a
the
hand trick against
to
Juarez.
the to margin.
hmm I don't know. I think he's gonna see it as an opportunity to get another doblete in
Yeah.
I
league,
agree.
because
Oh
I
man,
think he wants to get that
I would like
title.
him to get a hat trick.
I would
Don't
Yeah,
love
hat
that.
trick. Yeah, I think he wants to get the scoring
don't get a
title this
doublet,
year.
get a hat trick.
Yeah.
I think I we can all agree on the from midfield up. I have Mena. I think Ivan's gonna start. I think a game against Juarez. I think it's a good game for him to get back into rhythm.
Hmm.
Chapo, Meneses, Sosa, and JJ.
Okay.
Jairo and Navarro as the outbacks, and I'm debating if it's like Decio Mosquera or
Uh oh.
with Ramiro. I like
Yeah.
Ramiro. I think it's his kind of comeback time.
hmm
Um, and I think we'll see because if Decio, I need to see how Decio if he's gonna start. Do they play again?
Who? Colombia?
What's that?
Yeah, they're playing.
They're not
Um, who did they play?
right now.
No, are they playing this week? Right.
Yeah, they're playing this
Yes,
week
they
against
are.
Venezuela tomorrow.
Um, I don't know. I mean, if he starts that game, I don't know if he'll start Saturday.
Mm,
That's
yeah.
So I
that's what
guess
I
that's
mean.
just my only question mark there. I think the rest, I think we all know it's going to be the same.
Because
Yeah, if you guys.
remember the last time when the CEO like played for the Colombian national team and he came back to Leon and they
I
play
was
him
just,
like a left back. Like
I was gonna
you
say that.
remember how bad he looked?
Yeah,
He
and
was
he
so
kept
tired.
asking Ambris for a substitution, and he
Yeah,
didn't substitute him. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm worried about.
yeah, that's kind of worrying.
Oh, there's an eagle, my eagle friend Dylan. Gotti, what's up, Dylan? You came at towards the end of the show. We're almost done. Stick around. Um, okay, so that's our predicted lineups. Let's go to predictions.
Mm,
Dun dun dun.
it's gonna be an easy one for Leon. I mean, even
Carlos.
It
though
should be.
even
It
though
should be.
Juarez just came off of a win against Monterrey, which pretty surprising win, right? I mean, I think that was like the
No, you
quiniela.
wanna know why, Carlos? Because I think Monterrey has great players, as we all know. They have a
hmm
great lead attack. I think they struggle. They really struggle to because they're a team that struggles with the players they have. You think they have it easy, but I think they
hmm
struggle
Hmm.
to hold
Yeah, I
possession and
mean,
defense.
it,
They're not at best.
yeah, like obviously it was a friendly game that one that we just had,
hmm
but they had a lot of like really good players starting for them, and even from the bench.
Yeah.
And even we have a lot of, I mean, in total we have what? How many absences? Like 10 or 8
Yeah.
absences. So like, did it actually like? Did you actually see like the difference between that side and the side that we were playing? Like, did it look like they were gonna score like 5 goals?
This past weekend,
Yes,
did it? Not really. I don't think so.
and that was not even our strong squad. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. and they had Aviles Hurtado,
Starter.
Dorlan Pavon, Funes Mori. Uh,
Yeah,
you know, yeah. So they're definitely struggling. So
They
I don't know.
struggle, yeah, they struggle, and I think people obviously made them out to be one of the big contenders, like every single season,
do you
but
guys
they
think it's
choke,
an do you guys
huh?
think it's an ego issue?
I
Like
think
so many
so.
egos? Because as I was watching the game on Saturday, the announcers were saying, why couldn't this they play this well against Juarez last weekend? Because they were playing really well against Leon. You know, they were dominating possession, they were
Well,
dominating us.
you know,
So I'm like,
that,
okay, well, most of these guys are second string guys.
yeah,
No
exactly.
egos, right? So that's why I said, do you guys think
Yeah,
it's an ego issue?
yeah. I think it's a lot at this point. I think obviously I mean, they have great players that Pavon, great,
Yeah.
Pizarro, great. This new guy dancing. Obviously we know the quality he has, but I just think as a team they struggle, and I think it's falling through Diego Alonso's hands. And I think if Monterrey doesn't at least make it to the final, I think we could maybe see Alonso going away.
I
I
mean,
think
Yeah,
that they need to change. Obviously, whenever Alonso came in, we saw Monterrey that was no different from the Mohamed Monterrey that left. It
mhm,
was the same. It was the same.
yeah,
I just think les hace falta más. Les hace falta inspiración like Leon has. I think they
yeah,
have
yeah.
the players that could develop that, but the idea is not there, and they struggle to
yeah. It's like
hold up.
it's not because sometimes people think like not people, sorry. Sometimes like this teams think that I had the best players. I have the biggest budget or the biggest budgets of all the Liga MX teams, but and then I can do whatever. But then if you don't have an idea, if you don't have a style, you don't have like even if the coach doesn't bring all the players together and haven't be all on the same page, like we are in Leon. Like in Leon, it's in like Leon right now. It's more like a family. It's not really
Hmm.
so. So I think just like Carlos was saying, so it's there's a lot of egos in Monterrey, and I think it's like if I can compare it to something like a similar situation to like what the Argentinian national team is. Like they have so many good players, but they don't play in a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Everyone
So
wants the spotlight, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think
That's a
what they
problem.
lack is chemistry, and that's just something you can't buy.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then props to Leon's chemistry on the field. Let's quickly just go to predictions. Carlos, your prediction: Leon versus Juarez Saturday.
3-0, León.
Leon hat trick or no hat trick?
You know, Jose brought it up, but I don't think so. I don't think it'll be a
Okay.
hat trick. I'm gonna give Mena gets one. Ramos is gonna get some playing time. He'll get one, and then let's say I'll go Lasso by Chapito
Okay. So JJ
from
doesn't
from
score.
outside. JJ,
Too
I
many
guess
people to
not.
choose.
I know too many people. I don't know.
Um,
No,
Jose,
you know what? Let's do
Jose,
JJ then. Let's do JJ. Not
JJ.
Chapito.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jose, prediction and who scores for you?
Even if it doesn't happen, 3-0, and JJ's gonna get his first hat trick.
Wow.
I
Okay.
will cut this piece of the video and post it if JJ gets a hat trick.
Yeah. We'll
Right?
post it. Yep.
Um, I'm gonna go with a 4-0.
Wow.
Um, race by JJ. I'll give Mena a goal, and I'll give Meneses a goal. I need a
Yeah,
banger from him. I
yeah.
need a
Meneses needs
you
to
know
start scoring.
Yeah.
yeah.
He hasn't
I
scored
think
all season, has he?
Yeah, he needs to start scoring.
he
Yeah.
had that fantastic
Uh
in the air kick assist to JJ
huh.
last game, which I have a GIF. I'm gonna send you guys a GIF of that one.
Okay.
But okay, so we all conclude Leon wins this weekend against Juarez. So we'll definitely um, keep you guys updated during that game. Obviously, follow us on our accounts. We tweet during the games. We live tweet. We love it. Um, let's quickly see the other games that are happening this weekend in Liga MX. Puebla versus San Luis. Interesting to see how Matosas will kind of start implementing his style in San Luis. Veracruz versus Cruz Azul. I will be watching that game, hoping Veracruz will get their win.
Me
Um,
too.
Cholos and
Yeah, it's like when
Tigres.
I just feel bad.
I know. Yeah, there's a. I'm gonna send you guys a sad picture that I found that I sent Tom. It's
Oh
like
yeah, was it that
you guys
one
right
with like the one fan in the stadium?
with the kid had a little shark and the girl.
Yeah, that's
I'm
sad.
like the fans don't deserve it. They don't deserve what's
Mm,
happening.
yeah.
Um, Cholos versus Tigres Friday night. So there's three games Friday night. Very interesting. Monterrey Necaxa. That will be an interesting game on Saturday. I will be watching that one.
Hmm.
Clásico Tapatío, Chivas versus Atlas at the same time as León versus Juarez. I'm sorry, but I'm watching León.
I'll have
You guys
both on
want
my
to
You're
screen.
going down. Sorry.
watch León. Um, Also, we'll have another Clásico America versus Pumas that night, and Sunday Toluca versus Morelia, which will be interesting.
Mm,
Um,
I don't. I don't think anybody's gonna watch that.
it's a 12
Guys, you guys sound so motivated, like so happy when you mentioned
It's those 12 o'clock games. I can't. I can't.
that.
Yeah.
Ending the Liga MX week is Santos versus Pachuca. It'll be an interesting game. I hope Santos having a great season so far. Pachuca still kind of finding its ways. They have great players. I think they just struggle on the defense side. But that is the rest of the games this week. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. We have another comment. Remix this 2x. Cruz Azul scores only scored two versus Juarez.
Oh, thank
So
you.
we'll score four or
We'll
more.
get four. Yeah, we'll get four. Don't worry about it.
Got it. I'm gonna thank
Oh,
everybody.
then,
Chat. Go
then,
on,
then
Jose.
again, then again, Cruz Azul doesn't have JJ Macias.
Oh,
There
yep.
That's
you
why.
go.
Good point.
I've
Good
got
point.
two penalties and that was it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We already know like what kind of goes down in those games. Like that's why I don't watch Cruz Azul. Like can't they kind of are not exciting. So to me. Um thank you everybody in the chat. Chango Loco, thank you in good company. Thank you, Dylan. This is a special wave,
Thank you guys.
guys, me and Dylan.
Oh, is
And
that what it is?
and thank you, Remix This 2X for joining on the chat. Thank you, everybody, for joining on this Monday Night Football. We covered everything that has happened with the Selección Mexicana so far. Tune in tomorrow to watch the Mexico versus Argentina game, and also tune in this weekend for more Liga MX action. Javier couldn't be with us tonight. He had some technical difficulties, but we hope he returns next week as we will recap what happened in this game and look into our next game versus Necaxa. So, thank you guys for tuning in on Monday Night Football. Carlos, Jose, thank you guys,
Thank you.
and we will see you guys
See you on the
next
next
time.
episode.
Thank you guys.